7 things we can learn about Taylor Swift based on social media. If there's one artist intertwined with the growth of social media, it's probably Taylor Swift. Her first album was released in 2006, the same year Twitter was founded and Facebook opened to the public. As social media became ubiquitous in our lives, so did Taylor. She was part of the first generation to grow up on using social media and was an early adapter at using social to build a relationship with her audience. So what's the state of Taylor Swift's social media presence in 2023? Here are the things that she's doing right, where there's room for improvement, and what marketers can learn. Insight number 1, Taylor has never been more popular. Swift currently has 530 million followers on social media, adding 58 million new followers in 2022 alone. After an initial peak on Twitter in 2014, around the 1989 album, there was a sharp drop in tweets discussing Swift between 2016 to 18. That was a period of her Reputation album where she refused to do press. Since then, she became more discussed each year, including a record 40 million tweets mentioning her in 2022. Insight number 2. Her most popular topic is the Eras Tour. 13 of the top 20 performing posts by Taylor Swift in the last year were about the Eras Tour. The typical formula is Swift posts on Instagram these shows in fill-in-the-blank city have been amazing. Here's an album of pictures showing the performance. Following the same playbook, any performer selling out stadiums for multiple nights can expect similar social media success, so you're welcome, only Paul McCartney. Insight number 3, female friendship is a big part of her appeal. Swift's top performing post all time is a TikTok video where she proclaims her bestie, Selena Gomez, to be a bad bitch. Meanwhile, a TikTok video of Swift wearing the same outfit as Haim got 7.6 million engagements. In the context of parasocial relationships, fans love seeing Taylor hanging out with other famous women. Insight number 4. Maybe all her albums need to be labeled Taylor's version? Swift's top performing post in last year was an Instagram gallery announcing the release date for her re-recorded version of the Speak Now album. In comparison, her Instagram post announcing Midnight's, an album of completely new songs, got 21% less engagements. Considering Speak Now has been available for 12 years, the excitement is a little confusing, but a couple of things are going on. The massive success of the 12-minute version of All Too Well dramatically raised the ceiling for the cultural impact of these re-recorded albums. The bigger reason, however, is Swifties know how important the Taylor's version project is to Swift and understand her anger over Scooter Braun buying the masters to her first 6 albums. The narrative of Swift taking back what's hers is what fans are supporting as much as the music. Insight number 5. Less is more in terms of pop star posting. I looked up the social media performance of 30 of the biggest pop stars in the world, and Taylor averaged the 5th most engagements per post. The biggest takeaway from those artists is if you want to optimize for audience engagement, there are diminishing returns if you post more than 300 times a year. For example, Bad Bunny averaged over 3 million engagements per post and only posted 41 times in last year. He had an impossibly high 8.7 response rate for his posts. On the other end of the spectrum, Nicki Minaj shared 1,452 posts in the last 12 months, and her posts had an anemic 0.2% response rate. For her part, Swift had dramatically cut back on the amount of social media posts she shared. She only posted 133 times in 2022 compared to 1,350 posts in 2015. Insight number 6. Taylor might want to ditch lyric videos. Taylor posted 21 lyric videos on YouTube in the last 12 months, and they received 89% less engagements than her post normally average. Lyric videos are always going to underperform compared to full-blown music videos. But they're underperforming compared to all her content. These efforts would be better spent creating other types of content for social media. Insight number 7. Swift should post more on TikTok. In the last 12 months, 64% of the engagements around Taylor Swift's posts happened on Instagram, with 17% of the engagements on TikTok and 9% on YouTube. Instagram is clearly Swift's most important social network, and her Instagram posts average 4.7 million engagements. However, TikTok is her most underutilized platform. She posted there 28 times in the last 12 months, despite averaging 2.1 million engagements per post. Conclusion. Even for someone as successful as Taylor Swift, there are ways to improve your social media content by analyzing past performance. Additionally, for marketers working with artists or influencers, auditing their social media content helps you better evaluate their strengths and weaknesses around partnership opportunities. The answers are out there, you just need to look at the data.